Okay, so can you guys first start by telling me how old you guys are?
12. 12.
And do you guys have cell phones?
Yeah.
How often do you guys use your cell phones?
Every day.
When did you guys get your first phone?
When I was 9. When I was 6. I got it.
Yeah, right.
No, I got it taken
When I was 9. When I was
when I was
9.
6. I got mine taken away 2 days later because I called the cops. And I wouldn't let them talk to my mom when they called back.
Hi, I'm Rick Hirschman. I work for the Centennial School District. I'm the district positive behavior PBIS coach and behavioral consultant.
Do your parents have any rules about cell
No.
phones? Or?
No.
Sort of. Mine doesn't.
My mom says no sexting.
Kids are living lives that their parents don't even know about because of the mismatch between the generations. The kids are living in this digital world and the parents have no idea what's going on in that digital world.
What's the one piece of technology that you guys couldn't live without? Like, we had to take all technology away from you except for one thing. What would that be?
Keep my cell phone.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I have internet on my cell phone, so it's no big.
I think we can all remember back to 5-10 years ago when the iPod was the nightmare that everybody was concerned about, or the Walkman before that, I guess. But as they've gotten smaller and smaller, easier for kids to conceal and keep on them, it's become a problem. And I just think just in the last 5 years, the influx of cheap, affordable cell phones and kids at younger and younger ages have made the cell phone the number one concern because everybody's got them.
Could you guys live for a day without your cell phone?
Yeah.
No.
I can.
Well, yeah.
Because of video games.
Oh, no. I can. My sister got it.
And being in a district that 6th grade is including the elementary school, we're having problems with like 6th graders and 5th graders using cell phones during class, and cyberbullying where kids are texting each other mean things, and it's setting up conflict between kids in classrooms, and teachers are unaware of it because it's happening digitally through texting, things like that.
So if something ever happened to your cell phone, how would you feel?
I would die. I would die. Yeah. I would get a new one.
One, on a positive end, the use of technology I think has improved the behavior of a lot of students when I see it being used in an instructional context in classrooms. How in classrooms that are embracing the digital age and using technology, be it computers, internet, cell phones, iPods, and all that, and making that part of the classroom environment. Have a tiny bit of insight there too. My wife is an instructional, what is her actual title? She's an instructional technology coach in a district, so she goes around and brings technology into the classroom, laptops, and uses the laptops to teach content and models that with teachers. And so a good story there is when she started doing this a few years ago, me being the behavior specialist, I was concerned that, you better be ready to how you're going to manage behavioral issues as you go into classrooms, you're the guest teacher and that kind of stuff. And that really hasn't been an issue because when she comes in, she's bringing such an engaging approach to the curriculum, and she's doing tough stuff like reading and writing and reports and all that kind of stuff with kids. But when she's bringing in this technology, the kids are so engaged and so excited that behavior really hasn't been that big of a challenge for her.
It's awesome. I have a laptop.
Because we used to buy textbooks and all kinds of hard, printed copies of things, but I'm a firm believer that the minute a textbook is printed, it's out of date. And we know that we have the internet, the World Wide Web are excellent resources for all that kind of stuff. So, but then I also know on the other side, there's many challenges, and these I'm faced with as being the behavior consultant, positive behavior support coach, on that challenge of kids who are using technology in not so positive ways. I know one of the biggest concerns is cyberbullying, so we're seeing a lot of that happening in schools, and concerns starting in second grade on up, kids are bringing cell phones to school, and just that's another, not just the cyberbullying, I guess we'll go back to that in a second, but also the access that kids have electronically to the internet. So we're seeing a lot of inappropriate material or pornography showing up on cell phones, smartphones, whatever you want to call them, in younger and younger ages. Like I heard of the story this year where a second grader was showing another second grader pornographic pictures on his smartphone, and so that's a big concern. But for the older kids, it's the cyberbullying.
I always go on YouTube and YouTube videos. I saw a video where this bus driver started smacking around a little boy.
Then after that, one boy punched him back.
They're bored with the pace of instruction or the access to information that they're getting in classrooms that are more, text and paper and pencil based, because they're at home rapidly able to access information. And so I guess that's some of the initial research, is they're able to think quicker and faster than some of the adults that are still trying to teach them.
So, you know what LimeWire is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was playing when my dad got on the computer, and it played this song, Inappropriate Cover, and I got in trouble.
And what do you like about video games?
That it's like violent, and like you can just see blood everywhere.
Why-
After that, it can just teach you a lesson to not do that.
Why do you like that?
Because it's just entertaining.
Entertaining.
And it feels good when you kill somebody in Call of Duty.
Again, I think a lot of teachers are starting to realize that we need to embrace this, bring this into the classrooms. It's the only way we're going to make this, it's actually a good thing, not a bad thing. So the more we try to control it, suppress it, just like anything else, it's going to go underground and become more deviant and cause more and more problems. So schools are wrestling with those policies all the time. As far as what do we do with cell phones, when do we take them away, when do we give them back, how do we handle the cyberbullying thing, and we all know that the inappropriate sexual stuff that's happening with cell phones and things like that. Well, I think we're starting to try to reach for solutions right now. And I think some of the most exciting stuff is starting to embrace the fact that kids have cell phones. Kids are bringing them to class. And so finding ways that teachers can use that as part of the classroom experience, as far as responding to questions or submitting homework or doing research and things like that. So it's all kind of a new frontier for me too. I'd have probably better answers if I was in the classroom doing instruction. But I know, just on our district level, one of the big steps forward because of the debate, especially around Facebook, which tends to be, probably one of the most popular, I shouldn't say that, commercially popular social networking sites. I bet you there's ones that are more popular that I don't even know about. But just as a district alone, we just, last week, started our own Facebook page. And so, we're starting, school districts are starting to say, hey, Facebook is something we can use too. And finding ways to monitor and stay on top of, what's happening online. Because schools have responsibility for the bullying that's happening electronically as well as, overtly.